Right now at 5, one woman's life has changed for the better after receiving an organ transplant. And La Crosse County is producing videos to help new Hmong mothers with breastfeeding.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is on assignment. The Mayo Clinic Health System in La Crosse raised awareness today for National Donate Life Month. This morning, Mayo Clinic raised the Donate Life flag at the front entrance of the hospital with organ donors, recipients, and their families in attendance. National Donate Life Month recognizes the importance of organ donations and the demand for life-saving transplants. A Mayo Clinic health professional says the families of donors and recipients at the event today made for a special moment.
A circle of life type moment. People and their families go through the unimaginable usually. Only about 3% of everyone that dies in a way that makes organ donation possible. So without that support from their families, that the gift of life wouldn't happen.
Drug says the need for organ donations is always greater than the amount they have. You can register to become an organ donor at your local DMV. According to the Scientific Registry of Transplant Recipients, in 2021, over 11,000 people were on a waiting list to receive a liver transplant. News 8 Now's Michael Germain introduces us to one Coulee Region woman who says the transplant changed her life.
Emily, Betsy Klein is no stranger to hospital rooms. She spent much of her early life battling liver disease. 28 years ago, that all changed, she says, thanks to a gift from someone she never met.
This is my donor. His name is Stephen. He passed away very tragically. But to him and his family, I can't thank you enough for the gift you gave me. You've allowed me to do so many things that I would have never been able to do had I not received this gift.
It's often said the best gifts in life come from strangers.
My story started 28 years ago. Well, actually, it started 34 years ago.
Betsy Klein knows that better than anyone.
I had ulcerative colitis growing up. I was diagnosed with that at the age of 12.
She spent much of her early life battling one disease after another. At age 27, it was primary sclerosing cholangitis.
They watched my liver counts and did ultrasounds, watching how things were progressing.
5 years later, more bad news. A blood clot in the portal vein of her liver. The only path forward was a transplant.
I went through 6 months of testing to be put on the waiting list, and I was told it would probably be anywhere from 6 to 8 months or longer before I heard anything.
For many, it can take years before a donor is found. But only a few months later, on her 34th birthday in 1996, a gift arrived from a stranger.
I received my call from Madison. They had found a liver. I can't thank them enough. It's just an overwhelming gratitude and love.
28 years later, Betsy says she's stronger and healthier than ever. She credits Stephen and his family for thinking of others during one of the most difficult times of their own lives.
I wish he were still here. I'm sorry that he had to pass away, but I'm so grateful that he made the decision he did before he passed away.
Our message to others is to consider becoming a donor. To sign up, you can visit organdonor.gov/sign up. Emily?
Okay, Michael Germain live in the newsroom. Thank you. Well, I can't believe I'm saying it, Greg. I didn't even need a jacket today. It was that warm outside. Please tell us it's going to continue for a little bit longer.
Well, for someone from Texas, I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
We got up to 72 today for La Crosse, 70 in Eau Claire. So we're going to see more showers and even storms tomorrow. So not quite as warm, more in the 50s near 60, but still pretty good as we speak of. One thing to remind us, we do have the tornado drill going on statewide tomorrow at 1:45 and 6:45 p.m. Just be aware of that and what your plan of action would be in case we do have a tornado warning in the future. But for this evening, we're looking at mainly mild conditions, dry, a few increasing clouds for both locations. But other than that, it's going to be really a nice evening with just going it down to the low 50s at 10 p.m. We are tracking cloud cover. There's just some flat cumulus, as we call it, but there's some more robust stuff that's further to the west towards Minneapolis. And that's what we're going to see if that can actually reach overnight. That might provide a sprinkle or a shower to some areas, but most areas will probably remain dry. It should fall apart for the most part. We'll wake up with just some cloudy conditions, maybe a shower or two for your morning commute. Otherwise, still mild overnight with just dropping back down into the 40s. Now, further on, we're going to track out. We do have thunderstorms potentially in the forecast tomorrow. The good news, it's just one day. We have breezy conditions Friday, and yes, 70s, and it looks more and more likely we're going to see a couple 80s here this weekend, too.
Oh, I love the sound of that. All right, thank you, Greg. Today, UWL hosted the first annual Cooley Region Healthcare Career Festival. This event is a collaboration between Mayo Clinic, Gunderson Health Systems, and UWL to give area high school and college students a chance to explore healthcare career opportunities. Today's Career Festival featured 50 booths highlighting 32 different healthcare professions. We spoke with a talent sourcing specialist from Mayo Clinic who said this event opens students' eyes to lesser-known healthcare professions.
Yeah, so students are going to be able to check out all different healthcare career professions that they may not have even known about. Different things that are, not your traditional healthcare profession, like a nurse or doctor or surgeon.
Steinbrecher added she was happy with the turnout of today's career fair and says she's excited to continue the event every year. The La Crosse Health Department is producing new videos to help pregnant Hmong women prepare for breastfeeding. News 8 Now's Allison Fergott spoke with the women behind the project, who says it's one step in bridging a healthcare gap. Allison.
Hi, Emily. The educational videos are spoken in the Hmong language, an effort to provide a much-needed resource to an underserved part of the community. Mamua Vu is a registered dietitian nutritionist with the county's Women, Infant, and Children program. She says when Hmong women immigrated to the U.S., they found a more private culture around breastfeeding, and in order to fit in, many decided to not breastfeed anymore. Now, she says Asian women breastfeed at a much lower rate when compared to other races, something she is trying to change. Vu narrates the videos in the Hmong language, offering advice for pregnant women planning to breastfeed and explaining the resources available to them.
By doing these videos, it's gonna reach so many more Hmong mothers and families.
So far, Vu and Wick have produced 3 videos, one that helps mothers prepare for breastfeeding, another that highlights the benefits of breast milk. The third video covers how to transition back to work while still breastfeeding. And coming up at 6, we'll hear from one woman who says videos like these help mothers like her feel included. Emily?
Okay, Allison Fergott, thank you. We will have the links to those videos posted on our digital platforms. Juniors from Cashton High School visiting the Monroe County Justice Center today. They're learning how the different areas of county government work. 49 juniors spent the day hearing from different departments, including the Health Department and Human Services Department. They even experienced what it's like to be a county board member and simulated a vote on a resolution. The organizer for today's visit says this is a chance for students to learn about different opportunities available to them should they choose to work in a government setting.
Government is not just the Justice Department. We want them to see that they can come and they can get a great experience in government, maybe get a job here, which would be great. It just teaches them about the system.
After lunch, they headed to the courthouse to attend bond hearings and learn about different services the courthouse offers. A new rule to protect Americans from chemicals found in our drinking water. After the break, the new standards designed to ensure clean and safe water.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Buy anything in the store at our Wesco price and get the second item half off. That's right, buy one, get the second for half price with free white glove delivery and setup this month only at Wesco in Sparta.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
Does your roof look great from the ground, but yet it's still leaking? We see roofs every day that look great, but the important details weren't done correctly. With the average cost of a replacement roof being north of $25,000, that might not be what you need. Let one of our specialists give you a free 16-point inspection and let you know exactly what's really wrong with your roof and show you how we can restore it, saving you thousands. Remember, when you think roofing, think Larson, Wisconsin's best roofing experience.
Luther High School is a powerhouse in culture and fulfilling the needs of each student. We recognize the future needs of all students, whether it's a four-year college, trades, or a trade school. Our on-site industrial arts program offers advanced welding, advanced woodworking programs, and our Industry 4.0 classes allow stackable credits at technical colleges throughout Wisconsin. Luther High School, Christ-centered, encouraging and preparing students for life. Schedule your tour today. Go to lutherhigh.org.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious! Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Buy anything in the store at our Wesco price and get the second item half off. That's right, buy one, get the second for half price with free white glove delivery and setup this month only at Wesco in Sparta.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Environmental Protection Agency announced a new rule today to limit harmful chemicals in our drinking water. The agency says the change will prevent thousands of deaths and reduce tens of thousands of serious illnesses. Michael George reports from New York.
The EPA announced a new national drinking water standard to protect Americans from toxic chemical pollution.
It'll prevent thousands of deaths, reduce tens of thousands of serious illnesses.
The new EPA rule requires water systems to monitor, reduce, and report high levels of 6 of the most common and toxic chemicals known as PFAS, or forever chemicals.
PFAS are called forever chemicals because no one has been able to measure their half-life in the environment. They don't occur naturally, and so nature has not come up with a way of breaking them down.
Exposure to high levels of these chemicals has been linked to cancers, liver and heart issues, and developmental issues for infants and children.
You can't smell these chemicals, you can't taste them, you can't see them at levels that are dangerous to your health. So that's why these new rules are so important.
This is the first ever national legally enforceable drinking water standard. The EPA estimates it'll reduce PFAS exposure for approximately 100 million Americans. There are about 15,000 different types of these human-made chemicals. They're used in everyday products, including food packaging, nonstick cookware, cosmetics, and other personal care products. The EPA estimates 6 to 10% of the 66,000 public drinking water systems in the country will likely need to make changes to meet the new standards. Michael George, CBS News.
Now, the EPA announced nearly $1 billion in funding to help states and territories meet these new standards. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill trying to get answers on the botched launch of the new FAFSA, how the debacle has disrupted college admission deadlines and impacted students and families.
And though we got showers and some storms for Thursday, we're still tracking a dry Friday and a very nice weekend with potentially 80 degrees too. I'll time out when we expect the showers, how much rain it is, and what the weekend obviously looks like. All that coming up on your first weather update after the break.
Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more. Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers up to $18 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
There's no comfort like the comfort found in a Stressless, and now is the perfect time to get spring savings on the complete line of Stressless furniture, available only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll get $200 off all Stressless recliners, power recliners, and office chairs. Plus, receive $200 off per seat on sofa and sectional groups. That's a savings of $600 on a sofa. Just imagine the savings on your dream sectional. Stressless furniture designed with the most innovative comfort technologies. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our spring freezer filler bundle. It's full of chicken, beef, pork, and shrimp. Call to order yours today. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Department of Education under fire for its bobbled launch of a new system for applying for college financial aid. The revised form was supposed to make the process easier. Instead, a botched rollout has left hundreds of thousands of families in limbo. Outraged lawmakers weighed the impact of the troubled launch of the new free application for federal student aid. The revised form is designed to be shorter and less complicated, but because of the late rollout and technical glitches, students facing a May deadline to choose their colleges are still waiting for answers about their financial aid. At a House Education Committee hearing, advocates and school administrators called the botched launch a crisis.
We feel like we're flying blind without a clear path, and we have yet to release a single official aid offer despite having released our admissions decisions.
The department estimates that 20% of the files that schools have are riddled with errors. And another 20% of the files on top of that, on average, don't have the numbers that the financial aid offices need to actually calculate any awards.
Now, because of the logjam, schools have started giving students extensions to make their college decisions. A national tracker found the number of families filing the federal application is down 27% from the same time last year, which could signal some have given up on the coming school year. Well, clear and warm today, but brace yourselves. We do have some rain on our way tomorrow. Let's send it to Greg for the latest.
Yeah, we definitely have some showers coming in, maybe some storms, basically between a complex system that's going to be coming up from the south and then one that's going to be actually coming from the west, the weaker of the 1-2. And as these work its way into the area, that's what's going to produce the showers and storms. It's not going to be an all-day type rain, and a lot of areas may not see much in the way of rainfall, but definitely breezy conditions through Friday, even once we dry out. And this weekend still looks warm and dry, and once again, like we've already stated, I think 80 degrees is looking more likely for a lot of areas. But for tonight, some of that shower activity out to the west towards Minneapolis might be able to make its way into it if it stays apart, stays together. As you wake up tomorrow morning, there could be a few sprinkles or showers. Maybe for the morning commute, won't amount to too much. Mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures feel fairly nice. We'll still be in the 40s, dropping off not too much. And then tomorrow, it's really kind of a break in the morning as there'll be some activity just out to our west, maybe touching like Red Wing down to Preston area. Then we'll start seeing more development as that system comes up from the south. That's going to enhance, so you see the activity becomes more widespread, or at least scattered showers and a few storms. Not expecting any of this to be severe, but all this will actually increase the north wind too, and this will become more breezy in the afternoon. So not an all-day rain. It'll be spotty throughout the evening commute too. If you happen to get under one of these thunderstorms, you might pick up a little bit more rain, but a lot of areas probably will pick up maybe about a tenth to a quarter. You see some of these darker areas, that just depends on where the thunderstorms do play out. Some of these areas could maybe pick up a half inch, but I think a lot of areas areas will stay under that 1/4 of an inch. Once that activity starts to wane Thursday night, we should wake up Friday with some cloud cover. The winds will still continue, but I think more sun in the afternoon. So overall, not a bad day to end of the work week. Friday evening still looks good, no issues. And then all the warm air out to the west ahead of a storm system that's affecting the west coast. That's going to be building across the area this weekend. So we're going to get those 70s and potentially 80. And then things get a little bit more interesting as we go into next week. Once we get the system coming into the plains, this one's going to be something to watch out because it's really a strong system that's going to be lifting up towards Monday and into the area for Monday night into Tuesday, bringing showers, potentially thunderstorms. We actually could see even some strong ones. This depends how this all plays out. So if you got plans for Monday night through Tuesday, it does look wet, it does look active, and especially breezy conditions too. So enjoy the weekend. It gets a little bit more different as we go to next week. In fact, Storm Prediction Center already has some severe probabilities down there, and this is for Monday this far out. So they're expecting a pretty good severe outbreak going on this. As you see, it stretches up to our area by Monday. So we'll have to keep an eye Monday night into Tuesday to see how this plays out. But it is the time of the season where we do start seeing some more severe weather. So the potential is there as we go Monday night and through Tuesday. More to come on that as we get closer to the event. But for tonight, cloud cover, we might see a few showers here and there, but overall I think a lot of areas will remain dry, just getting back down into the 40s. Once again, tomorrow, a few showers in the morning, but I think activity really picks up in the afternoon and through the evening commute. Temperatures pretty much seasonal where we should be, but once again, that shower and thunderstorm chance continues Thursday night. We dry out with breezy conditions for Friday, mild to warm conditions for the weekend with the 80s definitely possibility, and then it becomes definitely more active as we go into next week, Monday into Tuesday, and we'll keep an eye on that because this is the time of the season when severe weather starts becoming a factor here. But for the next minus Thursday, it's going to be a nice stretch of weather through Sunday.
So get ready for some April showers.
April showers and then a nice weekend and maybe some more activity next week.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, voting is underway for the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra's Conductor Wannabe competition. After the break, we'll introduce you to one of this year's candidates and the nonprofit he represents.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, we're joined by UWL professor Dr. Richard Breaux to learn more about the history of La Crosse's black population and what they've had to overcome. We'll see you then.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Come into comfort during the International Furniture Fjord Sales Event. Get $200 off all Fjord's chairs in stock and special orders. The Tri-State's largest Fjord showroom is at International Furniture, La Crosse.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. When you're ready to get out and prep your yard for spring, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $15 gift card with a $100 purchase of Scotts products. Save $400 on this 42-inch Husqvarna Hydro lawn tractor. Plus, tackle any project with these men's Carhartt steel toe boots, $74.99. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular, built for us.
A lot has changed since the Overhead Door Company installed its first door in 1921. One thing that hasn't, our commitment to quality. We set the standard a century ago with the first motorized garage door, and we have not stopped innovating since. Today, you can build your dream door with the DoorView app, and with the OHD Anywhere app, you can control your new door from anywhere. So next time you need a repair or replacement for your garage door, look for the red ribbon and trust 100 years of experience Overhead Door Company.
Come into comfort during the International Furniture Fjord Sales Event. Get $200 off all Fjord's chairs in stock and special orders. The Tri-State's largest Fjord showroom is at International Furniture, La Crosse. Telling the stories of our community. We're always on and where you can find us. News 8 Now. Expect more.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
6 community members are competing to be this year's conductor wannabe for the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra, and Shondell Washington Spivey is one of them. Half of the money raised during his campaign will be donated to the nonprofit Black Leaders Acquiring Collective Knowledge, or BLACK. Washington Spivey says the group works to empower the greater La Crosse Black community through leadership and advocacy.
We really want to make sure that we're working with our youth who's growing up in an area where they don't always get to see people that look like them. And so us being able to provide a space that's culturally affirming, addressing issues around mental health, racism, etc., is really important.
If you want to support his campaign, you can vote on the LSO website. Each vote must be at least $2. The top 2 wannabes that raise the most money will each conduct a piece in the May 4th LSO concert. We'll have another look at tonight's forecast after the break.
There's been a lot of interest these days.
Savers, it's your turn. Let us pique your interest at Park Bank with 4.89 APY on 1-year CDs.
Interested? Contact us at Park Bank. Member FDIC.
Have you ever experienced this view? Hi, Andrew Larson here. With Gutter Shutter, you'll never have to experience it again. Please give up this dangerous chore and protect your home's foundation with Gutter Shutter, the strongest, most durable, maintenance-free gutter on the market. Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems across South Central Wisconsin. We'd love to come out and show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
Spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the furniture is. At King Furniture, of course.
During our spring clearance event, save an additional 10% off our already low prices. Plus, take advantage of 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, and more. With our huge selection of in-stock furniture, low price guarantee, and free delivery, why shop anywhere else?
It's the King Furniture Spring Clearance Sale.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first slice of crispy oven-baked taco pizza loaded with 7 layers of classic taco toppings. Or your wedding. Both are life-changing. One-of-a-kind new taco pizza, only at Taco John's.
If you think it's expensive to hire a good window company, just wait until you hire a bad one.
Don't get lured into cheap windows that you'll end up having to replace again in 5 years.
Here at Clear Choice, we only sell the highest quality windows that we'd install in our own home, all backed by a lifetime manufacturer warranty and installed by our factory-trained employees, not subcontractors.
Upgrade your home with the Elite Series windows this month with our buy 3, get 1 free sale. Choose a quality window that will last a lifetime. Call Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions today.
Park Bank is working in your best interest, and we have something interesting for you.
There's a lot of interest in our money market accounts at 2.42% APY.
Interested? Contact us at Park Bank. Member FDIC.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, for our Heart of America, meet the original Rosie the Riveters, how the women who stepped up during World War II are being honored today. Finally, that and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
All right, tonight should be mainly dry for most areas, but we could still see a shower or two, especially as we go maybe towards the morning commute. Mild conditions, mid-40s or low 40s for both locations. Tomorrow, the showers actually increase. It looks like between about 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. is when most of that will occur. And then breezy Friday, maybe 80s this weekend.
Yeah, the weekend's looking good. I'm excited. Well, thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. We'll see you at 6.